too blank to comprehend anything of what she might say, but seeing her lips move was mesmerizing enough. She was clearly saying something, and your subconscious soaked it all up. Welcome to the Jacqueline Powers YouTube Hypnosis channel. And if you want more of my free hypnosis files, take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This way, you'll never miss out on my latest uploads. Remember, only my safe for work content is ever released here. But if you're curious about more intense versions, stay tuned until the end or check the description below for all the spicy details. Now, just relax and let the session begin. Well, hello if it isn't you again, my dear. I was already wondering when I would see you here at my place again next time. But I guess this time I didn't have to wait quite as long as before. You seem to have become such a fan of me reading to you from that book of hypnosis. The stories in there are quite fascinating and captivating, aren't they? It always feels so good to listen to my words while I read from it, doesn't it? Yes, it does. That is why you've come back again and again for more of my words from that book. Remember, I told you at the beginning when we started this that the book kind of had a mind of its own and is seeking to entrance and ensnare the people with its stories. I would say, seeing you here now again already, that whatever the book is doing to achieve that is working quite well. Wouldn't you say? It must be its hypnotic words in there that come alive when I am reading them to you that makes it so fascinating to just listen to. But then again, my dear, my voice and my words do make it so much better as well. That book knows that it needs me and my voice and my words to make it as effective as it is. Because after all, you're so very drawn to the sound of my voice and my words every time. It just becomes easier and easier to get so lost in my words while I'm talking to you. You can tell how quickly you feel so very relaxed, calm, and open every time you hear it. It's such a wonderful feeling, isn't it? To feel everything just fade away, to focus on me. My words make sure of that so easily. It feels so good and so right to listen to them every time. The more you listen to them, the better they make you feel as you hear the sound of my voice. It's as if my voice was just made to be listened to and relaxed too, like this. I know you can feel it already. It's just so relaxing, so calming to keep listening and listening to every single word that I'm saying to you. And it's just so natural for you to listen to them. Now, you were here for a new story, weren't you? Let me start to tell you about it. As you relax and listen and follow each and every sound of my voice and my words so easily. In the story, you will see that magic tricks have a lot of potential. It is time to imagine for me what I tell you to imagine while you listen to my voice. Each word that I am describing to you, your mind will very easily able to imagine you're sitting in a large theater. There's so many rows of chairs to watch the performance on stage. As you look around, you can see signs of the act that is supposed to be running right now. Her name is Lady Mesmer. Wait, haven't you heard this name before already? Somewhere in the back of your mind, that name sounds very familiar, but you just can't put your finger on it. Where have you heard this name before already, you wondered, but before you could even think about it, the show is about to start, and it became very loud from the announcement for Lady Mesmer. The speaker told you that Lady Mesmer was very practiced, not only in the art of hypnosis, but also in the art of stage tricks. Around you, you could see so many curious faces look up to the stage when she was announced. All these people must have had such an anticipation for her arrival, just like you, who was a part of these people sitting in anticipation for Lady Mesmer to take the stage. And then there she was, and even as you saw her, somehow you just couldn't figure it out if you'd seen her already before or not. Her look seemed so familiar to you. Without much delay, she started her magic show, and she was able to perform quite a few tricks. That definitely left you impressed and less focused where you could have possibly known her from. It didn't seem right to you. Important was to listen to her voice and instructions about the tricks she was about to do. That's right. You should better listen to all that she has to say, or you might miss the trick in the end. The show started with the typical stage magic acts, like making things disappear, making items seem to float, etc. It's all the things you've already seen, and you start to get a little bored. And then she does what almost every stage magician does. She will perform a card trick. Oh boy, another boring old card trick. Wow, who wants to see that? She's asking for a volunteer from the audience for this card trick, and you're thinking, yes, this is my moment to show just how stupid and old all her tricks are. You put up your hand and hope that besides those other hands, you'll be selected to show her just how easy her trick is to be figured out by you. You take the way up the stage, and you can feel how your determination to show her just rises up with every step that you take towards the stage. You get to be with her right in the center of the stage so that everyone can see, and how you will now show her how lousy her trick is. She's talking to you and showing you a deck of cards. These cards all look so shiny. You are amazed by the more collected view of them. She told you that these are special cards with special effects that she enjoys using a lot. She tells you to watch her closely while she shuffles all the shiny cards so that you can see that she's clearly doing nothing while she shuffles. She instructs you to watch very, very closely so that there may not be any tricks pulled by her. You watch the cards shuffle up and down, and finally up and down. You weren't able to see anything suspicious at all. All you saw were cards going up and down in the way she shuffled them, all inside her hands. Now she takes 5 cards from the stack of cards that she randomly opened somewhere and is holding them out to you while telling you to choose one of them. You pick the one most right from her and pull it, and she tells you to look at it, to really, really look at it, to focus only on your card so that you can always remember which card it was afterwards. She tells you to memorize it, and you do. All of it is so easy to you after all. You've seen such a trick 1,000 times already. Now she's taking your card back and the 4 others and placing them back in the full deck of cards. She starts to shuffle them again, up and down, up and down, up and down. You can see the shiny reflection of the cards and how they shine as she shuffles them, up and down, up and down. It's fascinating how quick she can shuffle those cards. Even if you wanted, you couldn't see clearly what might happen with every card. But you know this kind of trick. She now obviously would try to find your card in all of them. Now she's having the deck and starts with the first number, 10 of cards. This isn't your card, right? No, it wasn't. You can easily, clearly still remember your card after all. She's pulling the next one up. 9 of spades. This isn't your card, right? No, that's not your card either. You know so well how your card looks. She goes on with the next card. 8 of clubs. This isn't your card, right? Okay, it seems this will take a little while longer, you think to yourself, and start to relax. She keeps going a bit quicker now. 7 of diamonds, not your card. 6 of spades, not your card. 5 of hearts, not your card. 4 of clubs, not your card. 3 of spades, not your card. 2 of diamonds, not your card. 1 of hearts, not your card. She almost is through with the whole stack she picked up from the deck. There's just one more card remaining now. One last card she could show to you that would be your card then. She turns the card around to show, and you see nothing. The card is blank. In your mind, you were anticipating this, of course, and you are to say, "This isn't my card either." Wait, which was your card again? You were so sure you could remember it. You looked such a long time at it before. Your card was, and you somehow can't seem to think of what your card was. Your mind feels like that card, so very blank. Nothing inside, just blank. Yes, this is your card. You remember now, your card is blank, like your mind. Blank feels so good with no thoughts going on anymore. Just blank, like that card. Just blank and ready to be written on by me and my words. You don't seem to remember anymore what you wanted to show with her, really. You wanted to do something with her, but you just couldn't think anymore. Your mind was just blank, like your card. That's right. It was your card that she's holding. She's holding that blank mind of yours, and only now you would realize that this wasn't a magic trick really, but a hypnotic induction. And since you were so focused on it, it worked oh so well on you. That is, if you could still think, you would realize. But you don't. You are blank, like your card. You were just staring blankly ahead towards the empty card of yours. Everyone in the audience was able to see just how blank you looked. But as blank as you were, you didn't care at all. All that was important was her voice. You had to listen to her very carefully so she can just fill that blank mind of yours with her words. But she wasn't done yet. She was taking the card and was holding it to the camera. And you could see all the heads, everyone around the theater and even at home who watched the show just slump down and see their eyes just as blank as that card was. Oh, what a card trick Lady Mesmer had performed there. Everything just blank, listening to her voice. It was a start for a proper programming, and you could start to see her lips move, while your mind was just so blank, too blank to comprehend anything of what she might say. But seeing her lips move was mesmerizing enough. She was clearly saying something, and your subconscious soaked it all up. However, you are so blank, like that card of yours, that you just can't seem to remember at all what she said. You could only recall her looking at you and her lips moving. And then it all slowly fades into blank, a complete blank. Not a single thought or memory of this is left. Just a complete blank about what she has said at all to you. And then the next thing you're aware of is that the show is over, and Lady Mesmer bows in front of the stage. You are sure you've seen some very amazing performances, and that this was the very best show you've ever seen. You know you found it so great that you will make sure to visit Lady Mesmer's show again, so you could witness all of this again. It felt so good to watch her perform magic. You already can't wait to see it again. But now it's time that we finish this story. It's time to come back now as I count from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, coming up more and more. 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, almost fully awake again. 9, and 10, wide awake. So this was another one of the stories from the Book of Hypnosis. I could see you were doing so well and closely listening to what I told you. I could see you were very much feeling yourself inside the story. It feels so good after all to listen to me reading those, doesn't it? It's why you always come back after all. Now, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.